Oh. Oh, I thought it was a new game. I just seen an ad for something. A prequel to Far Cry 6. But no, it's just it's just a book. Not to say I don't like audiobooks, but... Right. Right, let's just get the stream shared and then we'll be gaming. It's time to game. What the fuck? Was that from last night? He didn't take any damage from the scorpion mode. And then I have him stunned. And still takes no damage. Jesus Christ. You know what I think it is? I think that we were playing against an American then. It's all America's fault. No, seriously, there's no region choice on Battlefront, is there? So there's more bullshit, basically. There's more bullshit. There should be a region choice in every game. It shouldn't be an option. It shouldn't be a thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna add a region selector, and they want the dick sucked for it. Like, it should be in every game. Because just like looking, not just on that, it's even worse on trooper modes. You know, like when you get killed around a corner and stuff. It's even worse. That's what causes it, is when you're playing against someone that is on a different server to you, basically. It's so stupid. They'll never learn. They'll never learn. I weighed myself today, and I'm lighter than I realised. I'm 107 kilograms. I thought I was in like 120, and people at Judo thought it was like 120 as well. 17 stone. Yeah, so I thought I was 19, but I'm actually at 17. And I think I'm at my heaviest now. I'm touching myself right now. Me too. You just can't see my hands. I touched grass. I went outside. Ferno, maybe you should try it, bro. The graphics are great, honestly. Hello, MZ. How are you? Long time no see. How have you been? We've missed you. I'm red right now, but I'm ripening, Ferno. Tomorrow it'll be tanned. Completely tanned. Because you're touching yourself gets feeling stuff. Honestly, that's worse English than Ferno, who is German. I'm very good. The weather's been lovely here. AMZ. Summer's hit, sort of. So, yeah, I've just been enjoying it. That's why I look like a lobster. A cooked lobster. I've been enjoying it and getting out in it a lot. And how have you been doing anyway? I was going to message you and just check how you're doing, but I don't want to peck you. Peck your head in. How are you, Ferno? Other than touching yourself. What have you been up to? I thought you were dead, to be honest. Hence what? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I didn't want to like nag you, but it's good to know you're alright. When I say dead, I don't mean you, AMZ. I mean Ferno. Thought Ferno was dead. Furno's one of them where he'll be super, like, I'll talk to him a million times, see him every day, speak to him every day, for like a 3-month period, and then he'll just fucking disappear off the face of the earth. And I'll not hear from him again. Until, like, next decade. Still kind of had a pulse, but it was slow and cold. You're a vampire, AMZ. You never bother. Well, I'll check on you next time, then. As long as that's okay. The weather is great in Germany too. I'm good and I never die. Well, we'll see. You come over here, or I'll meet you in the North Sea on a wooden platform, and we'll fight to the death, and we'll see if you die. We'll see if you die. Well, last night's wasn't, and I felt bad that I didn't make last night's title somehow something. But I thought that's what we had agreed on telepathically, Preston. I thought that's what we had agreed on. Yeah, we've been averaging like 22 degrees Celsius here, which isn't as warm as other places, Europe and, North America and stuff, but it's very warm for here. The tan lines have almost gone. You can see this is kind of older tan, and then this is painful lobster colour. It's been lovely though. Making the most of it. Last year I was quite ill. And the year before in summer I was quite ill. So I'm kind of trying to, I'm trying to keep the diet healthy. I'm not. I'm sat here with 5 pieces of cheese and 6 chocolate bars. But yeah, touch wood, staying healthy this summer. The last 2 years, other than certain things, it was because I just pushed too hard. Like I hardly slept. I was a fucking crackhead, never sleeping. Ended up being bedbound for 2 weeks. Well, 2 years ago, I was drinking raw eggs, and I've learnt not to do that. Got fucking salmonella poisoning. Do you remember that, Preston? I lost so much weight because I couldn't eat anything. It wasn't shed. It was shed, well, a few of the times it was, Preston, but I think the time that I was really, really ill, maybe it was a combination. The time that I was really ill 2 years ago, that was when I was fucking doing the Rocky 2 thing of drinking raw eggs. I thought I was gonna die at times. And I was like, I didn't catch on to it that it was the eggs for a while. So I was like, oh, you know what I need? I'm really ill. You know what I need? I'm going to drink some eggs for the nutrients. So the thing that had made me ill, I carried on having for like a week. And then I was bedbound for 2 weeks. It was awful. I lost so much weight. I lost like a year of like bodybuilding progress through that as well. And I pretty much only got back to it halfway through last year. It's fucking mad how it can work like that. But when you lose it and then you come back to it, it's definitely faster. You do come back to it faster, I've found. You still doing martial arts, Furno? I'm sure you said you did it. Maybe maybe I'm confusing you with Red Eye. You're both gay and very strange, so who knows? Who knows? Have you played Ready or Not recently, Furno? Because me and Preston played it a few times, but nothing new's come out of it. Like, nothing new has come out for it, so it's hard to play for more than a couple of hours now. It's hard to stick to, really. Certainly not like a primary stream game where you could play it for an entire stream and play it for ages. It's so warm in here right now. So did you not go for a walk then today, Preston? Were you just in the garden? I didn't either, to be fair. I got my bike ride in. 2 bike rides, actually. Right. I'm a handball player. I thought you did some martial arts or something. Slowly coming out of it. Went to a friend's surprise 70th birthday yesterday. It helped some. Yeah, it helps to just get distracted, doesn't it? If it's something that you can't do anything about, take it. Especially what I've noticed is, say if you're going through a rough patch, you're wiser than me, so you already know this, AMZ. But what I notice is if you stay in the same 4 walls, any negativity just bounces around the walls and it ends up just sticking. Not to get all hoodoo voodoo and all that, but it does end up sticking to the place. You can come out of that dark period and it will still be, the vibe will still be there for ages and ages. So I think it's good. It's good to get out, you know. Even if you don't want to, I think it's good. I'm a handball player, soon to be playing second German league. Is that good? That is good. So tournaments and stuff. Very nice. When are you switching to that then? Are you saying you're going to rank up, or are you going to an actual like a tournament? I've got a judo tournament in June. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not nervous about the fights. Well, I'll be fighting. I'm in the heavyweight division, so we'll see. But I'm nervous about the heat because it's at the end of June, and judo gis, as they're called, the outfits are very fucking thick. They're very thick. They're very thick, and because it's heavyweight division, it's like battle of attrition almost, where rarely is it over with one fell swoop. Like in the lighter divisions, there's a lot of wrestling and a lot of ground mauling and stuff. So in that fucking weather, Jesus Christ, it's going to be warm. No walk today, gonna tomorrow though. Wicked. Yeah, we got good weather for ages. That's good that it's quicker to get back. Yeah, speaking about that, one thing as well, and I was thinking about, and I meant to speak to you, meant to mention it, so I'll mention it before I forget. I know people that used to bench and used to do deadlifts and stuff, and they've not done it in years. The judo mentor is actually one of them. The head of the judo class I go to. They've not benched in years, but they always seem to retain their broad shoulders and their broad chest. And I think it's weightlifting overall, but I think specifically it's to do with bench pressing. So you might lose the muscle tonage and definition, but you'll keep the size and the broadness. I think I've lost 30 pounds over the past few weeks. Didn't really eat much either. You've got an excuse though. Like I wouldn't if I was stressed. You should try and keep your calories up though, IMZ, because it's just gonna. I'm not trying to lecture you, obviously, but if you're not eating, your brain chemicals and stuff aren't going to be right. It's going to make the situation even harder to deal with. So even if you have to take in calories through liquid, you know, fucking orange juice or milk or whatever, just try and get something. Really, even though they stopped. I'm sure you have to do it for a certain amount of time, Preston. You can't just do 10 reps on a bench press and go, oh, my hands are too slippy, like you would. And then you're buff for the rest of your life. But yeah, it sticks with you. There was a YouTube channel I watched a while ago. I don't watch them anymore because you start pissing me off. But it talks about nucleus overload, where eventually the nuclei in the muscle just say, right, we're like this now. And they just become like that permanently, basically. Well, I hope you sleep well, MZ. Don't feel any obligation to stay around or to come back. Just focus on resting and getting better. It was nice speaking to you, though. I'm glad you're okay. Sorry, I missed your comment, Fanny. You're going to be in Scotland soon. I'll come up and fucking punch you, not fist you. So is that for handball then? Very nice. I'll come up and meet you and I'll put wedges in my boots so I'll look taller than you. What are you? You're 6'1", aren't you, I think? So you're an inch taller. I'm surprised my dad isn't like back in your day guy. I think he is, isn't he? Is he not? We're first place in the qualification for the 3 league. And are now in quali for the 2. Okay, so the higher is the lower then. So League 2 is the second best then. So what's it off then? Is it points? Is it? So I don't really know that scoring system. I like the sport and I used to play it when I was younger. and I do like it. There wasn't much infrastructure for me to go into like you have, and I didn't really want to at the time. I didn't have the discipline, but I remember playing it when I was younger. It's very much a European thing, isn't it? Like Americans, it's not a big thing in America. You say handball and you're like, so football? But I respect the sport. It was very, very fun, I always thought. So, but I don't know how it works in tournaments and stuff. So I know, say, football, or as you would probably call soccer, is a points-based system on who goes forward in each bracket. Is that how it works for that then? Is it based on victories and points, or is it just based on goals scored or, points scored? Where do you play? On the... you don't call it pitch, do you? On the court. Where do you play? What's your position? Right. Tell you what, my PC's been running a lot cooler since I cleared all the dust filters off. Been well cooler, and the weather's warmer as well. In German, why would I call it soccer? I've heard, well, okay, fair enough. I've not heard Germans. No, actually, I have. I've heard Germans call it soccer. I've heard Scandinavians call it soccer. I've heard that loads. Because a main place you guys learn English is through American stuff. Generally. I will do the fizzing. I'll just stand there and hold him still then, if you want. And it's based on victory points. I'm a left wing. Oh, you're not a liberal, are you, Ferno? Yeah, I know. I'm not that kind of left wing. So left wing. So that's not left centre, is it? So that's left up near there. Near the oh yeah, I suppose it would be left centre actually. Sorry, I was thinking of basketball court. I'm gonna Google it. Because I'm interested. Is it left centre that you'll be? Why do I need to consent to a cookie policy on a photo of a handball court? Google is cheating. If Google's cheating, you tell me what a handball court looks like, because I know you don't know what it looks like either. Oh, left wing. Okay. Okay. I'm looking now. I've got a good photo of it now, actually. How come you're there then, Ferno? How did you end up playing in that position? Are you left-handed? Left wing, pivot, right wing, centre back court, right back court, left back court. Oh, okay. So is it 6v6 then? It's 6 aside. I would think that would be quite a difficult position to play from. Left corner, yeah, okay, yeah, right. So what kind of play do you have then in that position for now? Are you scoring from that position, or are your team getting the ball to you, you're crossing it to someone central to the goal, or maybe the right wing? I think, would that be a left-handed position? Are you a left-handed freak? Are you? You're one of those terrorists. Would it be left-handed? Maybe. I don't know. Go ahead then, Preston. Handball expert. You are an expert on balls, but not that kind of handball. Boom. Right. How many turns are we on? 109. So we were in a difficult position by the end of it, I think, last time. This comes more naturally to me, though, Preston. Obviously, because I've played more Total War than I have Bannerlord. But Bannerlord, I just feel like the neurons have to be engaged constantly. Whereas on Total War, they don't have to. You'll destroy your entire campaign if they're not. But it comes somewhat more naturally. Because I was thinking, I've been playing this shit since 2004. Not day in, day out back then, because I didn't have a computer, but I've been playing this shit since 2004. 7v7, don't forget the goalie. Oh, yeah. So I was looking at a photo of the whole team, but on the enemy's side of the court. And the last option for a goal, when there is no other gap, and no, I'm not left-handed. If I was, I'll be play right. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. So you're sort of jabbing the shots rather than winding them up. Okay. So what led you to play in that position then? Did they just give you a choice, or do you try out and see where you play best? Minions of the Wolf Father. Right, we were preparing for a siege here, but we can take them. Yeah, I think we can. My men are more experienced. They're weakened, but they're more experienced. We've got reinforcements here. In fact, but no, that's 2020, so we can't send any more men over there. So we've got an army here, an army here. Ready for the battle. We've got to retake this. Fucking dickheads. I've not got the armies to retake that. We have the Franks up here, which are causing a bit of trouble. No, I'm the Franks. What am I talking about? The Huns. The Will of Tingri. That's not just a raiding party. That's a siege army. They've got Hunnic Devil archers. Yeah, for the Azerai. But they're not in this timeline. We're not ready for them. If they attack, we're not ready at Augusta Trevorum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13. Those are 20. No, we're going to need a unit of... can we only get cavalry? We'll get them then. Oh, shit, that's not good. Not good. Don't like catapults on this game. They're fucking powerful. They are powerful. They really are. They're probably the most powerful in this game, especially onagers. Which I can't get. Those are the giant ones that are like 4 stories tall. I'm 4 foot, by the way. Well, don't worry, Preston's only 4'9", so you'd just be one of the smaller people in this clan. You wouldn't be like freakishly small. But Preston would like to stand next to you at all social events because you'll make him look tall. No, I know you've told me you're 6 foot before. I think. You're not 4'9". Oh, 4'5" then. I was trying to make you feel better about yourself, Preston, but fine. Oh my god, just attack or fuck off. These fucking Huns. These fucking Huns. Oh, piss off. We've just made peace. Oh, okay. They're attacking the Abdanians. No, I'm not having that. You fucking Romans, you go watch your step. I'm pretty sure they pay me for peace as well, so you pay me for naught. You paid me for naught, you damn fools.
You have recruited so many units.
Fucking hell, that noise always scares me. Oh, what the that's a weak army. What happened there? Oh, did they actually fucking fight for once? The Segusionians fucking fought for once. Wow. Wow. It's a miracle. Dickheads. So that... Are these all oh shit, get rid of these then. This is an entire mercenary army, so get rid of these. It leaves them quite exposed there, but Tilfjordum. What kind of garrison are we looking at? Tilfjordum. We're not good enough to take that. Remember last time we spoke, Fernie, you were talking about doing exams or something. Something like that. How did you get on with them? Oh, I forgot I got an army here as well. I'm a master throat singer. Suppose we could head up to the north. Take about Florence. Fiorentina. I would usually auto-resolve this because it's a guaranteed win. But let's get the let's work the rust off. I'm really grateful for the sun today, Preston, because with what happened, if I didn't have sun today, fucking hell. I do think bet you are a master with your threat. I've had lots of practice, yes. I do think caffeine does play a role in it, Preston. I know I said it didn't, but I think that was just caffeine copium. I don't fully understand it, really, but it does play some role. No balls. I should have just auto-resolved this, actually. I didn't realise we were fucking besieging. I thought an army had intercepted us or something. Just had your exam. How did it go? Have you got your results yet? Tin's about to have his as well. The Irish one. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Well, the thing with the cans of pussy, Preston, is that, as I say, I don't think you should buy them in bulk. We have both done that a few times, but I think the best thing, really, just have them when you go out. When you're out on a day out, go out and get them. It might not work for you, but it does work for me because that's a place that I usually go to for a day out. But I don't think stockpiling is the right idea because I do think it will impact it, yeah. I may go back on this, you know what I'm like, but we've got to experiment. We have destroyed the enemy tower! Not yet. Why did you answer like fucking Mace Winding then, Ferno? Not yet. When do you find out? You could even, Preston, you know how you get hold of like a lot of money just like sort of like lying about. Not lying about, but you know, like 20 quid here, 30 quid here. You could start saving that into a motorbike fund, you know, Preston. Legitimately. Because you can get a decent second-hand motorbike for probably about £500. I'm not, because I want a nice one, do you know what I mean? But you could. Probably even cheaper, really. You can get bangers for like 400. It's really good though what I said about that biker gang though, because ideally I'll always have someone that will be able to fix things up, or because that's where it can get expensive, especially if I ride it to death. The only problem with this other bike that I've found is it's not a scrambler. A scrambler is like a hybrid on the road, off-road type of thing. But scramblers can't manage a lot of off-road stuff anyway. Like, nothing too crazy. Nothing that you'd send a mountain bike down. just like a little bit of gravel or sand and shit, but that's the only downside of this other one that I found is it's not a scrambler, it's just a normal road bike, but it's fucking nice. And they're 3,600 brand new. So the fact that it's $2,000 is pretty good. And it looks sexy as fuck. If you could have sex with a bike, I would have sex with that bike. Elite sword here, man. They're getting mauled. Boom. Oh my god. I wanted to watch him get shot down, but my guys were taking some damage too. Really decent one as well. I won't say, like, it won't be the scope of what I'm getting, but it would run, for sure. It would run. It might not look as nice as the one I'm getting, or necessarily be quite as fast, but yeah, it would run. Just don't know what to. Well, obviously, you could get a controller. You're gonna have to get a controller at some point, right? For when you go to Valhalla. But you could save up for a motorbike. You could save up for a mountain bike, but a decent mountain bike maybe is £300. A decent motorbike you can get for 400 or 500. Obviously, a mountain bike doesn't have as many ongoing costs, but this is just your choice, really. You got to think about it. But if I could go back in time a few years, one of the things I would have done is gone on a motorbike from as early on as I could, really. You don't even have to get the speed that I'm getting. You could get a 50cc one, which I don't even know if you have to take any fucking tests for that, because they are slow as fuck. But it'll be faster than like a mountain bike. That's the sort of shit where you got to be careful, like what kind of hill you go up, because they'll stop if you go up a really steep hill. But it gets you around. There'd be scooters as well. They wouldn't be a motorbike. You know them fucking annoying little waspy sounding things. But it'd get you around. Maybe we could move an army up here. No, I'm gonna deal with the Romans. Oh, 50cc roadman bikes. No, so you're thinking of the dirt bikes, aren't you? But they can be any cc. Cc is engine size, cubic centimeters. So the bigger the cc, generally speaking, the more powerful it is. But those trials bikes, those dirt bikes, they can be any. They could be 1000cc. They could be. In fact, you won't find any for 50cc. If ever you were to find one of those kind of bikes for 50cc, it will be like, you know, one of those mini bikes, those monkey bikes. Don't need a test. Something like that. I was reading something about that. But even though the test is 170, which I suppose for you would be quite pricey, but I read something about that. You just need a provisional license or something, which is like £34 on the internet. And that's the sort of thing. They kind of are a bit chavvy, but they get you around. But yeah, the roadman bikes are the dirt bikes. I think the reason that's come about is because they can't afford their roadman cars anymore, with fuel prices being so expensive and everything allegedly going up in price. Although I think a lot of the time they're just consumer morons that don't know how to, you know, use tactics, financial tactics and stuff. They're not willing to be fluid and change things around. They want to stay on the same track that they were before and buy the same things, and it ends up being expensive because things have inflated. Anyway, that's beside the point. I think a lot of these roadmen went from boy racer cars, where it's like a fucking Fiat Punto or something, and they've banged it up to look like a Fast and Furious car. They can't afford them anymore. They can't afford to run them anymore because a lot of them live with their parents still, and 20s, 22, 23 years old. They spent all the money, all their, you know, renewable income on these cars, but now the fuel's too expensive that they can't run them, so they've transferred to these dirt bikes. It seems to have lined up perfectly with that sort of timing. Using it against the chavs, exactly. And that would it. Well, the smaller the engine size, the cheaper it is to run fuel-wise. These bikes that we're talking about are cheap as fuck compared to cars. So what I just said about fuel being more expensive now, it doesn't apply to it. Like that bike, that yellow bike that I've been after, a full tank of fuel would be like £20, and that tank of fuel would last about 400 miles. So that's like the top of England to the bottom of England, basically. So on one tank of fuel, £20. These smaller ones, the 50cc little moped things, probably even cheaper, but obviously slower. Yeah, you could use that for Just Eat or them kind of jobs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right. So they've opted against a naval siege, which is interesting. They've landed on my land. Usually, I'd intercept them straight away. I have the numbers advantage, but my men are not fresh, some of them. So I stand to gain more if I wait. The problem is, they might run along there. If they're smart, they'll run along this coast and attack Tingis, which only has one unit defending it. I'll see what they do next turn, and if they run down there, I'll chase them. If only way at the moment. Yeah, by the way, Preston, you don't have to have all the same goals as me. But I just think, like, say, you're always complaining about Hetton. You're in my shoes, kind of, where you're limited to where your dad will go and when your dad will go there, which is fine. It's great to go out with your family and everything, but you're limited to that. And you're talking about jobs. There's no jobs in Hetton. This would be the way to travel farther. And probably, in the long run, would work out cheaper than you get in the train or the bus. And a lot more fun. Or even just for walks. Do you know what I mean? So it might be worth saving. I'll Google it in a minute. Remind me in a minute, and we'll Google it, and we'll find out about these 50cc's. Thirsty for pussy. I mean battle. Can't tell if I've got a sore throat from the relapse present, or the top of my mouth is burnt from eating very hot cheese and onion rolls too fervently. You could even get a quad. You can get 50cc quads, but they're dangerous because the way that they turn, if you corner too tightly, you'll fucking go rolling. But they're quite cool, I suppose. You fucking rats. Look at these dickheads. Right. I get what you're saying, but it would help with what... Every box it would tick, really. But the only thing is, you won't be able to go on motorways. Neither will I straight away until I get a full bike license. But even if you get a full bike license, when you've got a 50cc bike or moped, you're not allowed on motorways, and you shouldn't want to because you'll get fucking rammed. You won't be going fast enough for to get away from any trucks or cars or anything. So that's the only thing. So if you're travelling farther afield, say that's a motorway past the Angel of the North, isn't it, Preston? You would have to find ways around it on a sat-nav on your phone or whatever that doesn't take you on a motorway. But I'm going to have to do that first as well until I get a full bike license, because you're not allowed on motorways straight away until you've got the full license. But I am going to get the full license probably later this year. What about main roads, just not motorways. Main roads fine. Why are they riding on the very back of the camel? Is that really where you ride camels? Don't know why I'm doing a fucking shield wall. Half the shield wall's archers. Too big. Not in. No, you wouldn't fit it inside like a normal car. You could put it on the back of a truck or something, like a, you know, like a pickup truck kind of car. Weight-wise, you're probably looking at 90 kilograms for a moped, so it's not an easy weight to be. It's not mobile. No. You're allowed on main roads, no matter what. Yeah, it's motorways you're not allowed on. I'll have to Google it in a minute. When after this battle, when I get smashed, I'll Google it. But I was reading into it before, and something said about 50cc's not needing to do a CBT, which is what I'm booked on for, you know, June that I told you about. Honestly, though, at 50cc, you're probably better getting a quad bike, because at least they look quite cool. Whereas most of the things at 50cc, two-wheelers, they're going to be like mopeds that sound like a wasp in a tin can. Or, you know, those fucking annoying scooters. But you can get quads at 50cc that will probably look and sound quite cool. They'll probably be slower, because it's four wheels, so there's more resistance. But they ride around places that isn't made for bikes, like they're trying to keep nature reserves being made. It's dickheads like them that get laws put into these places that say you can't take bikes there. Because those are the ones that trash all these nature reserves and stuff. Yeah, exactly like you just said. And then they wonder why they get kicked out of like fucking car parks and stuff, which is where they used to meet in this town. But they leave needles, and they leave bags of coke, and they leave glass everywhere in a car park next to a park. Why do you think you're getting banned from these areas, you fucking idiots? They had to put fences around the car parks here, near like the park in this town, because all these fucking chavs in the little boy racer shitty bangers would meet up there and fucking sniff coke and stuff. It's right next to like a kid's swimming baths and a park and stuff. It's like, yeah, no shit, you're getting... They should have all been fucking sent to prison, really, but instead they just got banned from the place. We'll give it a Google in a minute, Preston. Electric something. Scooters, Segways. Back in there, it was mini bikes that could go like 40 miles per hour. Those tiny little ones. And they banned that when I was about 11. But they were really common and people were riding them without licenses everywhere. And then they banned them because so many teenagers like roadmen, well not roadmen back then, but chavs, the proto roadmen, were just like causing fucking accidents and crashes and everything, and got everything banned. Now half the time it is the government being opportunistic pigs and trying to tax everything, but then these fucking chavs are just making it easy for them. They're just giving them excuses. Speed this up. The inevitable demise. The only other thing I did differently yesterday was I took Mucuna Purians, that dopamine boosting supplement yesterday, before bed. And I took it and I sort of had a bad feeling. I was like, should I take this right now? And I just took it anyway. And I took that maybe at 12 and it happened at 5:40 or something. So I don't know if it affected it, but I just think it's smart to just stay clear of all supplements before bed. I suppose the best outcome here would be to attack their general.
It's an ambush.
They will bleed for us.
Yeah, that's my thinking exactly.
Battle ready and eager.
Dun 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 dun. You cannot prevent the power of camel.
Our general is being attacked. concealed units.
Save your money then. Imagine if you save your money and by the time you've got you're working, you've got like 300 quid saved.
The men are losing faith.
The men are losing faith. No balls. Did we even kill a single man? Oh yeah, we did. We killed a few of them actually. Oh wait, I know him. He's me. You can always put headphones in. See, the thing about that bike I sent you earlier, Preston, is it's got a certain exhaust on designed to make it sound like a much beefier bike. You know, them choppers that go the nice sounding ones. Because a lot of these 125cc ones don't sound as annoying as those mopeds, but they lack the bass. They lack the you know, the growl. Another happy landing. Come on, warriors!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
That e-bike plan, that was like the prototype motorbike plan. Because it looked really cool and everything, but it was still 1800. You can get a very decent motorbike. This motorbike I sent you before, 2000.
Broken and are fleeing.
It's one of them, I suppose. There's more cost in the long run for a motorbike, but it is cooler. We took a good few men down. Would have been better if we killed their general, but the point with that was to just weaken this army so that when they attack this fort of mine.
Fall back! Taking camp!
Roma! Just fucking planted seeds near my base, as Preston would say. I do know what you meant by the slippy hands, because you go tight grip, you're often not on a grip anymore. You know, the grippy part of the barbell. So if you go close grip, you're not near the grips anymore, but still, you said it like a retard. I'm getting back an edristy job or something like that is my new... Yeah, I don't blame you. If I wasn't working where I was, I would probably do a job like that. Imagine doing that down in Cornwall or Devon, because there's loads of shit like that down there. The worst place for that kind of job would be like London or somewhere busy like that. The thing about a 50cc and a 125cc as well, Preston, is rarely...
God would surely bless you if trade between our peoples was allowed. Do not annoy him.
Is you'll rarely break speed limits. Obviously, well, like a 125 will maybe go 70, 75. So if you're in a 30 zone going past a school and you run a kid over, that's breaking a speed limit. But it's harder to break speed limits. So you can razz it at full speed and not think, you know, and have to look around and be super cautious or whatever, or not as cautious. It's something you really can't avoid. You're right though, Preston. You are right. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. I put it off just because of the costs for ages before I was working, making some decent money, and then, but now I'm working to make decent money. It needs to go on something. It should go on that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll buy a fucking pizza. Can you send my son? I'll do that though, 1,000. Poncy Roman prick. Tell you what, this sun though, it kind of messes with my appetite. I don't know if you find this, but my appetite's completely different in the sun. I don't crave heavy foods quite so much. I don't crave dry foods quite so much. Say like pastries, like cheese and onion rolls. I'm craving more. Like today, I know I say you shouldn't have chips and stuff, but I just thought I had didn't have an appetite for anything, but I wanted to get calories in, especially given what had happened, today. So I had chips, Yorkshire puddings, and loads of gravy, and I tell you, it was fucking nice. So I think you gotta, how we're a bit lenient with sugar now, Preston. You've got to have a varied enough diet that you can take in enough calories that you can keep growing, but still try and keep a control over it, and avoid chips for the seed oils, and avoid, sugar when you can, but then at times indulge. It's not the best if cost, but like, what can you do? What for the bikes? Yeah, it's not the best, but the thing is, though, our ancestors had horses. You might have taken it from a rival clan or whatever, on the Eurasian steppe, but you still had to feed them. Whenever crunchy was a thing, you had to feed them and maybe put them in stables so you didn't have to manage them. That still cost money. So this isn't a new thing, really. And it's cool when you think about that. A motorbike like that is the modern day version of like a war horse in the past. Pretty based. NGL. Right. Let's do the Googles. 50cc rules. Or tricycles as well. Furnace says you can't watch the stream anymore. There's something wrong with Twitch, I think. Yeah, so a 50cc will go 28 miles per hour top speed, which is slow as fuck. That's probably about the same speed as that electric bike, but it will have more range. Oh, it looks like you still have to do the CBT thing, but it's cheaper, I think, for a 50cc. And, I mean, I'll just 50cc moped for sale. It'll be cheap as fuck. One there for 600. It's ugly as fuck, but you're not gonna get looks. $700. It's less than half the price of that electric bike. So $599. You could use it to go to the shop as well, I suppose. They don't look nice. I'll send you a link to one of them, Preston. You'll know what I mean when I show you. They're ugly. They're the most hideous thing I've ever seen. But if you look on Discord, they're hideous, but they will be very useful. I'll see if they do 50cc quad bikes, which would be less ugly. The problem is, a quad bike at that engine size, a lot of them are going to be kids stuff. You have to be at least 6 years old to ride a 50cc quad though, Preston, unfortunately. Yeah, they're ugly. They're ugly. Maybe you could get. Let's see if they do. They're ugly. Oh, my fucking neck's hurting. See, I don't know if you can get motorbikes at 50cc. I don't think you can. I think you're stuck with them, Preston. They all look like that. There's slightly more stylish ones, but it's like polishing a turd. This one's alright, but that one looks okay. But it's very expensive. I'd be, if I was on, I'm not gonna lie. If I rode one of them, I'd be embarrassed. Do you know who Ray Stevenson is? Cody just told me he passed away. He was in Vikings, I think. Yeah, he was the O'Dare in Vikings. Oh shit, he's in a... well, I suppose Ahsoka was his last thing to do. He was in Rome, that show I watched. I watched part of the first season. He was in Ahsoka. Well, it will be in Ahsoka, I suppose. That's weird that we've not seen it. It's not come out yet, but he's dead. He was in the last season of Vikings. He's the guy that guides Uber. What did he die of? That's a shame. That's a proper shame. Pretty young as well. For the tribe. For fuck's sake, the Romans are really tenacious. Get rid of this stupid rebel army. How does Cody know who Ray Stevenson is, though? I suppose he probably watched the Marvel shit, though, didn't he?
Starting out.
Ready for battle. I'm gonna go ahead and fortify here. Bring these two armies together. We'll have enough to take the Romans out. I don't want the Romans. Oh, there's an army there. That's not good. And I've just left Rome undefended. Woohoo! Genius. It's alright. We have got. Just have a general unit there. I could get this fucking army away somehow. There's really not much left of it. I might as well get rid of these guys, but just get them away. Save yourselves. I don't think these. Yeah, but not for cheap. Preston is the problem. Oh, well, you could get a pit bike. A pit bike, probably. Yeah, 50cc pit bike. So it's a roadman bike, but it'll be smaller. So, I mean, if you're on it for ages, it'll be kind of uncomfortable, but... Yeah, yeah, they're alright looking. They're not bad looking. It's a mini dirt bike. Just Google them usually, I think. The only thing is, it would have to have lights and stuff on it, like headlights. Have to be roadworthy. Don't want to look like a pocket bike. Was quite small. You would probably just fit in it. But you can get brand new ones for 400 quid. Yeah, you can install them. I can't tell if these have lights on or not. I don't think they do. Your best bet's probably... Yeah, they don't have lights. Or indicators, either. So you wouldn't be allowed on a road with it. This old ass game from over the road. I thought, when I first read that, Preston, I thought you said it has a massive squid. Yeah, those scooters are probably your best bet. I know they're ugly, but because these pit bikes could be road legal, but you'd have to have lights on them and indicators, which they don't have. Wah, wah. You could, but then how much money is that going to cost? The only other option is to get a bike that's so old that it's 50cc. I think those would be the only kind of nice looking bikes, is just old ones. Because back then that was like how powerful they were. You'll need a CBT like the one I'm getting, which is about 130 to 170 pounds. And it lasts 2 years. So you shouldn't worry too much about it looking good, I don't think. Let's go for the cheapest that runs. Oh my fucking god, where did this army come from? Oh no, yeah, they were up there before actually, never mind. I need to get rid of these. They're lurking really ominously. I don't like the ominousness. Flee from me, you dogs. Right. So we've got a bit of free money now, so I could actually start building up and try and take Tullifurdum. Tullifurdum. We need good fighters. Fight with us. It's a good life. It's a good life. Warriors all. Jingling. Yeah, but what you do? What would I do? Depends. If you want to be ready for this summer, your only chance would be to get probably a 50cc. Otherwise, I would save up for a 125 like I'm getting, and buy a £1.5 grand one maybe. What do you do for license? The CB. Okay, so you turn up in the day at 10 o'clock. You're there until 5. They show you the roads on whiteboards. They take you out and take you around fucking cones and stuff and around the track. And then if you're not a fucking fatality risk to everyone's life, they say, right, let's go on the roads. And they drive in front of you, give you a headset, earpiece. They can give you sort of orders or command you, instruct you, and you ride behind them and in front of them. And if you're competent enough on it, they say, right, here's your certificate, go and ride. And it helps to have been on a push bike, a mountain bike before, because one of the biggest things with passing it is just being able to balance on there. Which, if you've not ridden a bike in years and years, you're not going to be very good at. Pardon me. Warriors all. Ready for orders. Bombello. Lots of instructing, do you mean? Yeah. They'll tell you how to ride, and then they'll say, right, ride. And they'll see if you listen and see if you're good enough to be trusted. You know, it's not really a test, but they can decide not to give you the certificate at the end. But it's not like a normal test. Indicating. Yes. It would help if you spelt things correct. That's the only issue. What the fuck? Why have I got such a good chance against these guys? Oh, it's because they've only got Marines. This would be a really cool defense, but if it seems to think that I've got a really good chance of surviving it, I'd rather not do it. I'd rather just auto-resolve. Really. Indicate. I might watch an episode of Sons of Anarchy tonight. I'm in the mood.
I would surely benefit if we agreed to open trade from these.
Okay. Okay. Love this northern area up here. All this heavy, thick woodland. I must conquer it. I was missing Ghost Recon yesterday, you know. I was remembering it and just thinking, I missed this. I could get Games Pass, but then it's a bit of a ball ache because it wasn't working, was it? But I'm just trying to save everything I can now until I get the bike. Oh, that little army died then. Those little Magyars. Hunnic bastards. They've got a full-sized army, so we're going to need to bring in both of our troops, both of our armies. Is there nothing else? Let them cower before us. Well, the plus side of this, they've got, look how good troops they've got already. Is I can just starve them out. Because no one's going to help them. I can just starve them out. I will starve you out. Yeah, I will go back to Games Pass for sure. Yes, I will. Ready for battle. Come, my friends, show our strength. Wah, wah. It's a good life. Yeah, they go in hand, that upgrade. Yeah, that's a smart thing. Yeah. I like how you're thinking, man. What? Whoa, where did this army go? I don't like that. They've just fucking disappeared into thin air like a phantom. Both armies have. That's spooky. They're down here. That's not them. Oh yeah, no, it was. Yeah, the minions of the Wolffather. That's who it was. The minions of the Wolffather.
Ready for battle. Starting out.
Starting out. So we can take Constantina.
Besieging settlement. We fix this settlement for the tribe.
I think we can. I think the only plus side of doing the electricity job on that e-bike would be that you can go on pavements and not really get in much trouble. So if there's a traffic jam, you could duck on the pavements and stuff, which I usually do if no one's on the pavements. Spearman. I don't think we've done a co-op on this yet, have we, Preston? Since you've been playing this a lot, maybe we should do a co-op on this at some point. That'd be good. No balls.
Good news! Additional forces have arrived. The enemy approaches.
So I don't usually do this, split the forces up into two, but we are flanking. What? No, why are you attacking? What the bloody hell are you doing?
The enemy is attacking our general.
Aye. Tell you what, I think they've left their rear completely unguarded. We will kill the civilians. They've left their rear unguarded, but they've also
Beware, our hidden units have been revealed.
they're also completely focusing on one side. This could go either way right now. Hurlers. And we're fighting up a hill. Remember that one fella that thought he could take on 200 Celtic berserkers? Fucking came up to punch him. God, skirmish mode's so fucking bent, bro. It never fucking works. Fucking hell, they've got a lot of troops.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Can you fucking run faster, you fat cunts? Shit. Battle ready!
Battle ready! Missiles ready!
The men have broken and are fleeing.
I might have made a mistake here.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Yeah, these dickheads here taking too long to get into the fight. Oh fuck, the general's dead.
Our general has died.
Fuck.
In enemy hands.
He was really high level as well. I think I'm probably gonna have to reload it now.
Missile warriors!
Is that my fucking king? I think that's my fucking king.
Our spears are yours! The enemy general is fallen! Move, Pasha! Spears!
No, he's not the first guy I had, but he's the big boy. He's not my original king, I don't think. He's not one of the original worms. Thing is, we're gonna win actually, but this is fucking. This has been a high cost battle. This says.
The men are broken and running for their lives!
Ready for battle!
Our aim is true!
Missiles ready!
This is a gamble tactic. This was, and I suppose it's worked quite well, but because I think I'm fairly confident we're gonna win, but. It's been a messy battle though.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives! Ready for battle! Orders,
What do I do? Do I see, the problem with the reloading is we swore not to do that, and oh god, he was such a high. He had like 9 stars, and he was my king. But it's better if you don't reload. It's more immersive, and ultimately, we won quite. It was a messy victory, but it was still a good strategy. The way I could have done it better was my main line should have brought that back, and it's just the timing. You know, when you're attacking on multiple fronts, you've got to time it so well, and it's so difficult to do when you're the only general. Fuck it, I'm going to keep it. I'm pretty sure that was my king. I think. If it wasn't my king, it was my best general anyway. We were outnumbered by 500. I need to get used to that kind of battle though, rather than always fighting this shield wall. Best guy, yeah. No, it's not my king because my king's up at my capital, but that was my best general. But I'm gonna keep it because look, we had 3,757. They had 4,297. We lost 1,894. They lost 4,297. So. And we captured a lot of them. And we took their base. And we killed 2 of the generals. So, yeah, I'll keep that. You can't win everything.
Thirsty for battle.
Ready for battle.
That was a big battle for what is a pretty shit town, to be honest. It's just like a little shitty fucking thing. Oh well. It's a price you pay being aggressive. We do. I think it'll be the most fun co-op. But yeah, I think honestly, Preston, like tomorrow, I probably won't stream tomorrow. Get an Attila stream in, bro. Stream every so often, every couple of days, do Attila. So that when it comes to us fighting, or so I didn't just give anything away. When it comes to us working as a team and helping each other, you know what's going on. You know how to play.
Ready for battle.
For the tribe. No, it's teams. You can decide. It can be either. It can be either. I'm going to save there, though. It can be either. Tiernan. I swear Tiernan waited for me to say I'm ending now to join. Our kingdom's looking pretty good, though. Bit patchy. Needs to be more connecting regions, but we own all of North Africa. Well, that part anyway. Morocco, bits of Spain, bits of Italy, most of France. He does. He told me. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Only in the doof. We're all in the doof these days. Where have you been to? Why'd you wait? But we're gonna get drop frames. Why'd you wait until 10 PM to go out, Tim? God, look, bro, Preston, look at this bike. It's so fucking sexy. It's got like 4 brake horsepower more than the yellow one as well, so it'll take off faster. I think that's important. Top speed isn't necessarily important as long as it's more than 50, but that will take off fast. And because I'm quite heavy, it needs to have good acceleration. But they do. I was out since 8 doing what, and you need to sort this shit out though, bro. Like, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. I'm gonna give you some tough love. It's pathetic, Tin. Sort the shit out, bro. Right? Staying up until 6. Staying in bed till 4 PM. Sort it out now. I've told you how to be quiet. Tired. Go for a run. Sorry, I read quiet. There's a fucking quiet on the screen, so I read it. Go for a run. If you can't sleep when you're on a high streak or not on a high streak, you go for a run. Stop making excuses. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm stressed. Tin, do you not think I've got stressed when I'm at work at times? Do you not think everyone gets stressed? You're stressed about some exams that you're not even going to care about in 3 years. Who gives a shit? You're ruining your youth and your health for these fucking exams. But you're not even doing the work. You're sitting on fucking Stranded Deep. Playing a game that you won't remember in a year. You're pissing me off, Tin, because I know you can do better. I know you can do better. And it's summer. And it's summer. And it's your first summer of freedom, Tin. And this is how you're fucking spending it, bro. In bed until fucking 4 PM in the 4 in the afternoon. The seat's beautiful. That's just a beautiful bike. That's just a beautiful bike, isn't it? If that's still available when I get paid this month, I'm having it. Because that's £1,000 cheaper than the yellow one. It's in good condition. They'll deliver it. It's got 5,000 miles, so it's been used, but everything is in good condition. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful bike. In fact, I might even put a fucking £100 deposit down tomorrow. I'll phone up the lad who knows about bikes and say, is his bike good? Have a gander. If it's a yes, I'm having it. I know better, but it's a heap. No, turning, bro. No. You think it's hard now? Wait until you're on 5 days a week in a job. Just wait, turning. Right? Strengthen yourself now and enjoy these years. Stop wasting them in bed. And stop using it as I didn't teach you about frill to use as an excuse. I didn't teach you about retention so that you can say, oh, I'm ill today. I've lost it. There's people that lose it 2 times a day willingly, right? And they still get up and they get on with things. They're fucking zombies. And they'll never amount to anything. But they get on with things. What kind of advantage is it to you if you're giving up whenever you lose it? And you're not making any effort to do anything? Granted, everything's harder when you've lost it. Some things are a lot harder than others. I find working out piss easy. Working out's one of the only things that I can easily do when I've lost it. You know? Streaming, pretty easy to do. You know? You stay up all night doing nothing. Yeah. Humming to yourself, right? You've gone on parties with Preston and Kieran, not even talking to them. They told me that you were rude to them. You're playing games that you won't remember. If you're going to stay up playing games, play a fucking narrative. Even fucking Soy Out 4. At least you'll remember it. In my 30s, though, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. I want to kill myself before then. I don't know. Right, and how are you setting yourself up to not have to work a 9-to-5 job, Turner? Because right now you could be getting qualifications. You could be getting up early, volunteering in different places, or paying for qualifications, right? To go and do course and get qualifications. The more qualifications you have by the time you're 30 or you're in your 30s, the more power you'll be able to command over your own life, right? What are you doing to ensure that? You're staying up until 6, bro. I was never rude to Preston or Kieran at a party. I talked to them. No, because you sang. You did it with me too in Phasmophobia. You were singing. I was asking you a question and you were going, and you weren't answering, right? You're working less hard now than you were when you weren't streaking at all. Because you're using it as an excuse. I'm not having it, Turner, right? Sort it out, bro. Sort it out now. Right? I don't want to see you up until 4 AM fucking your life up, okay? If you can't get to sleep, you run until you can. It's as simple as that. I don't know why you're so averse to just going out and moving your legs. Like, you're okay getting pissed up going out with degenerates who smoke around you, right? But you won't go out for a run. It's not on. Sort it out. Sort it out. I understand why Kieran got so annoyed with you now, because you don't listen. Right? You don't get through to you. I'm being a bit harsh right now, Tim, but for your own good, because you're not doing as good as you could be doing. No, like, oh, this shit as well. This shit, like, oh, I need to watch a movie soon. Tim, you need to go to bed soon. Kieran was annoyed because we give you advice over and over again that you asked for, and then a month later you'll ask the same thing. Like, you didn't internalise it. You don't listen. Don't be watching a movie at 11. If you wanted to watch a movie, you shouldn't have stayed out until 11 with your friends. No, Tim. Go to bed like a normal person. I've been down this road, so has Preston. Believe me, all you're going to do is fuck up your life doing that, Turner. Even Joe went down this road. I remember having a conversation years ago with Joe about it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, you can listen to us now, Turner, or you can leave it, and it will just fester and become a big problem. 11 is when dark, good time to watch film just once. No, not just once, because you do it all the time. Not just once, and it's not a good time to watch film. It's a good time to go the fuck to sleep. Fuck your film. Go to sleep. Yeah, and that's true, and you don't watch it, Turner. I have to watch movies soon, and then you don't. Right. I'm only being nasty because you're not listening when I'm nice about it, Turner. And you're saying, oh, I'm tired and all this and worn out. Got up at 4, not eating properly. Clearly, your parents aren't being fucking tough love enough with you, so Daddy Qui-Gon Quasar is going to have to. Because your dad should be fucking whipping your arse until you get off your arse turning, quite frankly. But maybe that's not how it works in Ireland. So I will. No. No, Tiernan. Go to bed. Right? What are you doing to make yourself tired? Go for a run. You got your protein. You got no excuse. Stayed up until 4 p.m. next day. Says I didn't get time to watch a movie. And then you're saying, like, Tiernan, you said, oh, I set alarms for 9 every 15 minutes. Well, you don't get up for the first one. You're not going to get up for the 7th one. And all you're going to do is break your sleep. You're probably in bed longer because you were setting alarms and constantly disturbing yourself. You probably would have woken up naturally at 1 p.m. if you'd not set all these alarms. Doesn't work. I set alarm. You see what I mean? But Dad rings my phone. I say I'm coming downstairs now. But then he should come up with a fucking bucket of water and pour it on you. Because you're his legacy. He should put a fucking boombox outside your room. Playing fucking Little Mix or something. It's what I'd do. No, Tiernan, right, you're a man. Sort it out, okay? It's the last time I'll tell you. Sort it out. Right, do you think I'm saying this just to take the piss out of you? I'm trying to help you. Sort it out, because you've not got this safety net of doing your college stuff for very long anymore. And you do this shit at work, they'll have you out. They'll find someone that does the job proper and wakes up at 7 like an old person. So, you know, think about your future. Who gives a shit about some stupid films? I used to be like that too. I'll be, I need a few hours of gaming, but, you know, before I go to bed. I can do it tomorrow if I really want to. Tomorrow's another day, I can do it tomorrow. And it's sunny as fuck, right? It's summer. Don't waste summer. You'll be miserable in November. You'll be fucking miserable because the weather will be so shit. Fucking hell, it's giving 20 degrees full sun on the day I'm doing the bike test. Yeah, Mongo makes sure I eat sausage roll in the morning, like he really makes sure about it. Fucking comes and just cock slaps your face with a Greg's sausage roll. I fought a guy, a homeless robber in Greg's for this, man. Appreciate it. But I get up at 9. Tiernan, getting up at 9 is not reasonable, is it, for you? If you're falling asleep at 6 naturally right now, you set an alarm at 9, how feasible do you think that's going to be? Set an alarm at a realistic time, 11:30 or 12, right? And each day, scale it back a bit, you know, as you break into it. Don't fucking stay up till 6 and then expect to wake up at 9. Hello, Mule Kicks. Thank you for the follow. You're probably wondering, like, what the fuck is this guy ranting on about? I'm just bullying my friend. Don't worry about it. Grandad banging things, then Uncle is up rattling, doing things. It's so fucking annoying. Tiernan, it's 2 p.m. Right. It's 2 p.m, so can you get annoyed at them? Yeah, I'm not getting up at 5:30 tomorrow, Preston, because I am fairly certain, touch wood, praise the gods, it's not going to happen again the immediate following night. But yeah, I am going to do that in general. No, that was at 9:30. Even 9:30, Tiernan. That's the day. It's looking fucking sunny though. Oh baby, look at this weather forecast. Let's see what Hatton Hole. Fucking nice for you as well, Preston. Slightly nicer, in fact. Southerner. Oh my god, look, Preston, can we just fucking be happy, bro? Look at this forecast. I tell you your forecast, right? 18 partial sun, 20 full sun for Wednesday. Thursday, 18 full sun. Friday, partial sun, 19. Saturday, full sun, 20. Sunday, partial sun, 19. Monday, full sun, 19. Tuesday, partial sun, 20. Wednesday, 19 full sun. Thursday, 20 full sun. 19 full sun, 19 full sun, 20 partial sun. This is going to be a couple of fucking good weeks, man. I'm working this weekend, but I'm thinking about, after the bike, buying a few weights to take to work and just leaving one of, like, the outside buildings that no one uses and then just going there on my lunch break and working out, and you know, on my night shifts as well, doing a workout. They won't mind. Also, how is a 50cc bike? It's just it'd be the brand, or because it's brand new. You at that price, you can get a brand new like fucking 500cc one though. There's no point, just because it's got lights. There's no point in getting that one. Tiernan, right? When you're on your own, what's the plan then though? Because I used to stay up quite late when I sort of lived kind of on my own in the past, and when I lived with my mum, I used to stay up late all the time because I knew I had that safety net. When you live on your own, you kick yourself up the arse. You're the only one that will hold yourself accountable, right? You can't be staying in bed till 4 p.m. when you're on your own. So what? Are you gonna get roommates that are gonna come on, Tiernan, wakey wakey, sleeping prince? Fuck off! If I'm your roommate, I'll fucking slap you around the face with a fucking sausage. Stop using paint stuff. What? I hate driving. Get a bike. We were talking about bikes all day today. Save some money, work extra hours, get a motorbike. We gotta get a motorbike anyway. It's already been decided you have to, because we're all gonna be razzing round together on it. And it's easy to get a bike from Ireland to England. You can just get a one rider, ferry ticket, cheap as fuck. You bring your bike over here. Yeah, but you shouldn't be getting up on 1 hour of sleep turning to work. You should enjoy your work as much as you can. This is a mistake I made to a lesser degree when I first started my current job. Just getting through it, getting by, making it through the day, but that's not how it should be. Especially if there's some good looking birds at your work, right? Don't be looking like a zombie, right? Go in, veins popping, biceps bulging, shag 'em. That's who we are. We're bikers now, bro. Hey, we are though. Isn't it funny though how fast it changes, Preston? You said this like 3 months ago, and no chance we would have said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna aim for being a bike club." But these are the kind of ideas that you have to follow. I got a screenshot somewhere. I can't remember. I think it's from a tweet, a recommended tweet underneath Sobra. And it said like those little ideas that flick into your brain based on nothing, follow them, because this guy said it's the intuition, but it's not. It's the gods. I'm joining the police now. Tin, you're probably on some watch list. You're not gonna be let into the police. Don't like loud squacky bikes though that are vroom loud. I want normal sound. What's a normal sound to you though? No, you need a vroom one. Not a moped, but you need a vroom. You do need a vroom. There's no excuse not to have a vroom, really. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I started watching Sons of Anarchy, didn't I? Like a few months ago, Preston. I got through like 4 episodes. I can't remember what happened, but I think I should just start from the top and be committed to it. Avatar 2 is coming out on Disney Plus next month. I thought that's quite fast that it's coming out. 7th of June. That'll be good. I'll definitely be rewatching that. Oh, I'll only watch 2 episodes of Sons of Anarchy, so yeah, I'll definitely be restarting it. But it was good so far. But the ending of it is actually spoilt for me because I watched an interview with the main guy and he spoils the ending for it. But my friend was talking to me about patches and like joining certain motorbike groups and where you wear on the vest you wear the patch. You have to like, do you know them cut-offs I was telling you about, Preston? Leather jacket without sleeves, basically. You have to wear one of them, and that's where you put your patches on it. You can't just put the patches on like a normal leather jacket. But it's really cool. Some of the patches look fucking awesome. Mongo watched what, Sons of Anarchy? Have to be grateful though. The amount of people that offer me drugs and I say no, I'm a good citizen of the law. Right. Okay. No one offers me drugs, Sterling, because I don't hang around with people that take drugs. So what does that say? Join the police because a good conservative family has a life in public service. Conservative family and police? They don't belong in the same sentence. Police are not conservative. Police defend Black Lives Matter terrorists. Any kind of criticism, they lock up their political opponents. Like the vest shit. Some in days come by, yeah. Tina wants a medal for not sniffing coke. Look at me, guys. Look how well I've done. Anyway. I'm going to go now. I'm going to have a protein shake. Have a snack. I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want to eat right now. And I'm going to watch Sons of Anarchy. And then bed by 12:30 for me. If I were you, Preston, I'd get up at 5:30. Don't have to stay up, not right away, but get up at 5:30. Have, do your thing. Drink some milk. Have a snack. Stay up until 6. Then go back to sleep. And in fact, if you can resist that urge to go back to sleep long enough, when you do go back to sleep, it's going to be fucking bliss. It'll feel amazing. Park rangers are very, very competitive jobs, Tim, and I looked into it. Like, it's easy to join the Marines than park ranger stuff, because you need to have so many qualifications. And you're always on. There's no such thing as a part-time. How can I fall asleep now? Good night.